The next type of reaction is the displacement reaction. Now diagrammatically we can show displacement means taking somebody else's place. So here you have got a compound AB, you can see the bond, and you can see this element C, okay, is going to push the element A out and take its place, okay, and therefore, or rather in this case it's pushing the B element out and taking its place. So you got AC and B has lost its place or it's displaced. So reaction in which, okay, an element which is more reactive pushes or takes the place of a less reactive element, such a reaction is called as displacement reaction. So let's look at a few examples that are there. We have done this several times, and even last year we have seen this physically. Copper sulfate, and we put a nail in it. When you put a nail in the copper sulfate, the iron being more reactive than copper, the iron pushes the copper out of the copper sulfate solution, pushes copper out and takes its place, and therefore you've got FeSO4 and copper. From this we can understand even what are the valencies. Copper valency is over here +2 because we know sulfate is always -2. So +2 and -2 are equal and opposite, they get cancelled out. Same with this iron over here has no valency, but when it is pushing it out, it loses its electrons, okay, so it has got Fe +2 and SO4 -2, and copper, solid copper is formed, which gets coated around the metal nail or the iron nail. So you can see a lot of copper deposited here, and since new substances form, ferrous sulfate, you can see it has changed its color from blue to green. Copper sulfate is blue in color, whereas ferrous sulfate is green. So this is an example of displacement reaction. Now here I have just put a little chart. It's nice for you to know, okay, the order of reactivity of metals. So right on top you've got generally the group 1 elements, that is potassium, sodium. Then you've got group 2 elements, calcium, magnesium. Group 3, that is aluminium. Group 4, carbon, and then all these come as transition metal elements and so on. So all the metals that are on top are more reactive and can push any metal that is below it out of its position. So here in the second example we've got copper sulfate and lead. So let's look at where lead is. You can see lead is over here, and where copper is below it. So lead is, since it's more reactive than copper, lead can push copper out. So lead does just that, it pushes copper out and takes its place. Now here again copper sulfate is -2, therefore copper's valency should be +2, and if lead is displacing it, the valency of lead is also +2 and this is -2, therefore the formula can be written. And therefore in displacement reaction, any element which is more reactive can push any other element from its solution or salt solution which has less reactivity. We are seeing also the fourth type of reaction, which is double displacement reaction. So remember, double displacement means two displacements are taking place at the same time. So for this reaction, here you've got two compounds. Earlier we had taken one compound with one element. Now we have taken two compounds because there's a bond here between A and B. This is one compound, and C and D, there's one compound. So when they are brought in solutions next to each other, both of them will split up into their ions. A and B will split up as A ion, B ion. Same way you have C ion and D ion, and they exchange their partners. So A will club with D and B will club with C. Okay, or anyone, B with D and A with C, whatever. Okay, so the reaction in which the ions in the reactants are exchanged to form a precipitate is called a double displacement reaction. Characteristic quality of a double displacement reaction that always one precipitate is formed. Look at this example. Okay, you have got potassium chromate reacting with barium sulfate. We have taken this example earlier also. Okay, so if you can rewind and see the previous slides, you will see. So you see that potassium chromate is a transparent yellow color solution, and barium sulfate is a transparent colorless solution, and when they both mix together, you get a salt K with SO4, and you know the valency of K is 1, SO4 is 2, and therefore you get K2SO4. Ba is +2 and CrO4 is 2. You can see its valency written here. So Ba and CrO4 will cut off each other 2's and will form barium chromate. Barium chromate is a yellow color precipitate. It's not transparent, and therefore it is a double decomposition reaction.